Hey there, Latin 2. So here we are, chapter 43, the translation. So, go ahead and translate. All right, you translated. Now get out your red pen and correct. So, it was already the 6th hour. Titus Cornelius, as he was accustomed to daily, having departed from home, that went down into the Campus Martius to the Neronian baths. For in that place, the friends of him were gathering together or were coming together, and they were talking about city things, city affairs. When Titus had reached that place, with his money having been given, he entered into the changing area, or I'm sorry, into the vestibule, the beginning area. There, several from his friends greeted him, and together they entered into the changing room, with their clothes having, or they handed over their clothes having been taken off to their own slaves, who were carrying oils and strigils. And now, oiled up, smeared up, they went out into the exercise yard, where many citizens were exercising themselves in various ways. Some were grabbing the heavy ball, the heavy medicine ball. Others were playing Trigon. Some were wrestling. Others were attacking the post with a sword. Titus, with two friends, was playing Trigon. When they had exercised themselves in this way enough, they demanded more of the oil from slaves, and they were rubbed down. Soon, they entered into the warm room, then from there into the hot room. And I'm saying into twice because the verb applies for both places. Here, when they scarcely were able to endure the heat and the vapor, they were able to stay no longer, or hardly a little more. When they had returned into the warm room, immediately from there they entered into the cold room, and they leaped down or dove down into the cold water. Afterwards, having been dried with towels, they put on their clothes again. Let's see, they had not even set out for home then, but with wine having been taken, they began to talk amongst themselves. Everyone was asking Titus, since he, that one, always was seeming to have heard and to have seen everything about urban things or about city affairs. For they were greatly wanting to learn or to find out what was happening in the Senate. And I would say, instead of happening, you could say being debated. What was happening or being debated in the Senate, what had been done by the emperor against the fires, and which famous men were now in the city, were now present in the city. Nothing of big, responded Titus, but yesterday I saw a ridiculous thing in the Palatine baths. An old bald man, donned in a red tunic, was playing ball between two long-haired boys. In other words, with two long-haired boys. He was not picking up or recovering the balls which had fallen to the ground, for a slave was having a sack full of balls, which he was giving to the players. At last, this old man, he played one, no, I'm sorry. He snapped his fingers and demanded water. Then, when he had washed his hands, he dried his hands on the hair of one of the boys. That's why you have long-haired boys around. Use them as towels. All right, so that's the translation. That's actually taken from the Satyricon. It's kind of a fun story. Go ahead and now do 43A. Answer in the tense and the voice that you are asked. Okay? All right, I'm going to hit the button.